Right, a couple of weeks ago I took on the machine. Now I'm going to take on the penalty machine in this man. Right, we're here with the penalty king. What, 1 in 48 you missed, Tiz. What's the tip?
It was saved, by the way. It was saved, not missed.
It was missed. It didn't count. It was missed. And what would be your tip to people taking penalties?
As a right-footed penalty taker, my first tip would always be to side foot the ball powerfully into a corner. And my favourite corner was to the goalkeeper's left. And the reason I did that was twofold, because the angle that you're going at means that the ball's curling a little bit away from the goalkeeper. If you go to his other side, the ball's got to curl in a little bit and the angle's a bit shallower, so it's a bit easier for him to save it. And the second reason was, if you do aim for that corner first, it's easy at the last minute. If you see the goalkeeper move into that corner, it's quite easy at the last minute just to whip your foot around it and pop it in the other corner.
Every manager always says, don't change your mind, don't change your mind.
No, I did.
You did?
Yeah, I did. And I think that was one of the reasons why my record was so good, is that I was open-minded enough that I kept my mind free that, okay, that's my corner that I'm going for, but if I see him go there, then I was confident enough at the last minute to change my mind.
I was lucky enough, I took a penalty in the World Cup in '98.
I was watching you.
Thank you. I always think the one thing that people can't practice is the walk. From the halfway line to there. When I walked up, everything went through my head. I mean, everything. I'm going to let my kids down, my wife. At the time now, I'm thinking,
see, all negative thoughts. All negative thoughts.
Yeah, no, they were.
That's what it is.
They were. You know, they were. That was the thing. And then you're walking up, and the Gings is walking back, and he says something in Argentinian, and you're thinking, he's just told me I'm going to miss. Do you know what I mean?
I was only involved in one penalty shootout, and that was at Old Trafford for Southampton. And I was actually asked by the manager Ian Bradford if I would take the first penalty. And I actually said, no, I don't want to take the first one. Put me at the back because I want to score the winning one. Right, that was my mindset. I wanted to be the hero.
Yeah.
And we scored all 4 of ours. They missed 2 of theirs, and I never got to take one. I've never done the walk from the halfway line down to the penalty spot in that situation.
Right then, so I'm going to take you on now.
Okay.
But the problem is, we need a goalie.
Oh yeah.
Have we got a goalie? Right, Rob, you're any good at saving penalties?
I'd like to think I'm all right. I've improved over my career. Started off slowly. Took me about 250 games to save my first one, and then it got retaken. So yeah, it's warmed up after a slow start.
So what would your tips be to people out there who...
I think on a professional level, you've got the research of previous videos of them taking, and you've got numerous, like maybe 10, 12 penalties of the same player, and you can check for little changes in the run-up, subtle things. People without that ability, you may be looking for sort of different movements, different arm movements, run-ups and stuff like that.
And so there's definite clues in the run-ups into how people run up as to where they're going to put it?
I think normally you look, maybe for me, you're looking in the first couple of strides that you'd say, well, they try and make the run-up at the end as normal as possible or as similar looking as possible. But at the start, to change the run-up right at the start, maybe just the first step or something like that, you'd look at that. Okay. So I mean, I've played against players where you're just solely looking at their feet in the first step and you know which way they're going to go.
Right, game on, yeah? I'm first.
On the spot, yeah?
Oh, not a good start.
Save, Rob.
There you go, turn over right. Not even bother placing it. Confident.
1-0.
1-0.
Game on.
I think it's game over with your record.
Change your mind this time? Get in his head.
Oh no! I got up this early in the morning. This will start taking them left-footed now. Come on, Rob. Ah, penalty. Penalty.
Confident.
You're better off standing there, Rob. I've got more chance there.
Yeah, I'll put it a bit closer if you want.
Oh, no!
He's trying anything now.
I am, I'm scratching now.
Anything.
How not to take a penalty.
Right, this is it to win, mate. Come on, Rob, don't let me down. How come he didn't die? He's not dying. I'm not going till I score one.
Oh, what did he do? See, pressure's
I
off.
told you I wouldn't.
The pressure's off. All of a sudden, he can take a penalty.
Right, it's the end of that. Everybody sits at home and watches Man United in the semi-final and thinks, oh, that's easy, that's a doddle, I can do that. I can't.
Someone
Right,
can.
fair play, mate. Fair play, Tiz.
Cheers,
So
mate.
what was the difference?
If you confidently strike it in the corners, then
Yeah.
99 times out of 100 the keeper ain't going to save it. So I think someone knew that before they started and carried on the same as they did in their career.
Thanks a lot, Rob.
Cheers,
For
Paul.
the rest of the season, mate.
Cheers, Rob. Thanks,
Thank
mate.
you.
Thanks for
Bye.
letting them in.
For more great videos, subscribe to Sky Sports YouTube by clicking here. There.
In that top right-hand corner.
Just there. Is it
Just
there?
there? I think so.